Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of the Disc Golf Answer Man. Can't we just go out and purchase a disc that flies to our liking? For example, a beat-in Enforcer. Won't it eventually just fly like a Defender? So why waste the time in beating in if you could just go purchase that disc with flight characteristics you like? I think we talked about something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the same argument could be flipped and be that we never need to buy new discs because one of your overstable discs is so beat in that now its flight has changed dramatically and is closer to, let's say, a trespass. Thoughts? Does this make sense? Thank you guys very much for the cast. It helps the workday fly by hearing your sarcastic back and forth and witty humor. How about me trying to read?
Hey Robert, you know your favorite disc that you've had?
First of all, we switched my generic alcohol with Bobby's cup, I guess. Yes, go ahead.
You know your favorite disc, right?
Yeah.
That I don't know which one it is, but you know your favorite one.
Yeah, that Warden.
You can't throw it anymore.
Dang it.
Sorry.
These are the facts.
That's just doesn't make sense anymore.
According to RAR here.
Rawr. Okay, so I don't think that beat-in discs are a thing because we want them to be a thing. They're a thing because that's how plastic acts when it's molded into disc form. It won't maintain its flight characteristics for forever. So you have to get used to having discs that work in over time. It's just how it is. It's not the way that it was intended. It's just how it is. So there are different philosophies to it. You can play with more beat-in discs to cover a lot of different mold or shot selections, or you can just buy a new one every time you need a new one for that specific slot. The problem is that new one that flies exactly like you want it to out of the box is going to beat in over time. So it's more of our response to how discs work in rather than this is how we intend for it to be.
Yeah. So the way it usually plays out is if you have a disc that you like, you're probably going to throw it a lot, and then it starts to get beat in. At which point you have to decide whether, or you don't have to, you can just carry a bunch of discs if you want to, but it's best to decide whether you want to continue throwing that disc and take out a less stable disc in your bag, or to take the beat up disc out and add a new one. Most people will take out the less stable disc and just add a new version of the one that they just got beat in.
Yes.
And that's also how you can get to cycling molds. That's how people get down to like having just a few molds in their bag because they have beat in versions of all the discs.